Okay. Well, let's check it out. Hey guys, it's Chris with TechVibe. Today we're going to be trying to answer the question, is it a good time for you to move to 4K gaming? Now for you guys today, I do have LG's 27GN95B monitor. Now this is LG's 144Hz 4K gaming monitor. And from everything I've heard about this thing so far, it's an absolute beast. So we're going to be taking the LG monitor and comparing it to my current monitor, which is the Samsung G7 Odyssey. Now this monitor is only capable of 1440p resolution, but it is capable of 240 Hz refresh rate, which in comparison to the LG, it's only capable of 144. Now it's going to be interesting because the G7 is a VA panel and the LG is an IPS panel. Now VA panels are more susceptible to ghosting, but because of the refresh rate difference between them, I'm curious if we're going to see the IPS panel have more ghosting on it, if at all, versus the VA panel that goes up to 240 Hz. So we're going to be checking these out and, trying to see just how well the visuals are on this new monitor and if it's a good time for you guys to go ahead and make that step to 4K and if it's worth it. Now before I get to showing off the new monitor, we're going to go ahead and check out how ghosting looks on the G7 Odyssey and the LG using the Blurbuster's Alex the Alien. Just kind of throw it up and have a little side-by-side comparison momentarily, just so you guys can see how things really stack up when we're talking about ghosting on these monitors. It appears to me that the changing of the panel here has made a difference in terms of ghosting. I don't really notice it at all, though this panel is not running as high in refresh rate as the G7. But that's not to say that the G7 was just completely terrible and I could totally notice it, because it's barely noticeable. This is just to give you guys kind of an idea what you'd be looking at. Now, this monitor has actually been a really good monitor. I've loved it. It has worked great for me. I love the size of it. And, being able to put it at 240 Hz if you want to is never a bad deal. But I will say that recently it has started to have issues with flickering, and a lot of people have in the past, when I did a review about this monitor, have said they've had these issues, and I have just started to have them. But guys, I love the curve on this thing. I love the size on this thing. And it looks great. It really does. When I'm not having those little stuttering and flashing issues, this thing's great. But 4K, that's what we need. That's what we got to move to. So that's what we're doing. The stand that comes with the G7 is much wider and honestly really annoying. So I don't necessarily recommend using that monitor's stock stand. Now with my setup, I have moved to an aftermarket arm and it's not necessarily a problem. But with LG, you don't really need to have an aftermarket arm. The stock stand works just fine, and I think it's fairly appealing. And one thing I gotta say that they did a really good job is they made sure that the RGB on this monitor actually stands out and can be seen and create an ambient light, which gives my particular setup a pretty good look, I think. In terms of overall visuals, I would have to say I'm fairly impressed with the Nano IPS panel. It comes with a peak brightness of 750 nits and a color gamut that hits 98% with the DCI-P3. And of course, we got 1 millisecond response time on this thing. And God, I gotta say, it's really an awesome monitor. Yes, it does come with HDR 600, but I don't typically like to mess with this technology because I really don't feel like it's complete unless you're running HDR 1000. And HDR 1000 monitors just don't even waste your time. But if you are wanting to check out the HDR 600 does fine on games if you're playing during the day. So if you are one of the people that are into professional work and gaming at the same time, this is going to be a fantastic combination. The color accuracy on this thing is really good, and it's honestly one of the top dog 4K gaming monitors available. Now I've spent about 2 weeks with this monitor before I decided to go ahead and wrap up this review. And I've definitely had some things that have annoyed me, but as far as visuals on this monitor, it's just been simply amazing. Cyberpunk 2077 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla are just absolutely beautiful. This monitor has really made playing games at 4K a great experience for me. Now, where I felt like I've dealt with a little bit more of the more annoying bits of trying to live this 4K life is trying to stream to YouTube. Now, it's not completely clear to me yet, but I have had somewhat of an issue trying to stream and play games at 4K and be able to see all of my chat and my other windows on my separate monitor and not lag on YouTube. I kind of dealt with this issue for the past 2 weeks, and I'm not quite clear whether this is actually my GPU having issues trying to render the stream and the actual game, or if this is a server issue on YouTube. So I decided to try and do some streaming on my Twitch and see if I ran into those same issues that I've been dealing with. And for those of you wondering, it's not my internet. I promise. Alright. I don't know how this is doing. Everyone's dead now. Is that Rogue? Is Rogue just randomly out here? Can I shoot Rogue? I can't shoot her. That's weird. I didn't think I'd just randomly run into Rogue. Look at that. Is this a glitch?
Shut it! Ain't got no right!
Oof. Just randomly run into Rogue in the game. Okay.
This might be a good place to land.
This might be a good place to land. Not gonna lie, it got me with that. I didn't even know you could get up there and just walk. I was so ready for his ass too. And what my teammate do, he just had to quit on me. Just quit. Just quit on me. Why you do that like that?
Enemy down.
Round one. Beginning ring countdown.
Making contact with enemy.
Attention. There is a new kill.
Grapple.
Very good. We finish off the whole squad.
Good job.
Reloading.
Okay guys, so the verdict. Is it time to get into 4K gaming? I would say yes. I am completely fine with having 100 to 120 FPS in Apex Legends at 144 Hz at 4K. It looks fantastic, and 120 FPS is plenty, so I'm completely fine with that. All the visual stunning details that I can see in Cyberpunk with the resolution so high, I feel like I'm getting to see what real gaming in the future is. And I love it. I think it's great. Now, if you are one of those people that are Fortnite competitive players and you feel like you just have to have 240 FPS, maybe it's not time for you. Maybe stay at the 1080p. But make no mistake, the monitor that I've shown you guys today is one of the best monitors for 4K out. And you don't have to spend $1,000+ to get a hold of it. I'm looking at you, Asus. If you are considering getting into 4K gaming and you're kind of lost and you do have some questions, guys, feel free to ask. I am 100% here to help you guys. This is what I do this for. I enjoy helping people with technology. So ask your questions. I will do my best to help you if I can. I don't know all the answers, but I tend to try to find out for you if I don't. So definitely ask. If you did get some sort of value out of this video, I helped you in some sort of way, you enjoyed it at all, guys, please consider giving the video a like. It really does help my channel so very much. It tells YouTube that I'm a decent YouTuber and they put my videos out there for more people to see. That's gonna do it for the video. As always, if you do have any questions, concerns, confusions, whatever it may be, don't hesitate. Ask. I don't mind helping. I'm really trying to build something for you guys here. Hope you want to be a part of it. A simple like, share, subscribe, comment, they go so far for the channel. It really helps me continue to grow and make content. With that said, I hope you can like, I hope you can subscribe. And if not, well, I hope to catch you in another one. And remember, it's a vibe, a tech vibe. Specifically, we'll see you.